Ooh, sour. Now this is real TV.
You know what? When I first saw this video, I thought to myself, damn, I really failed in life. I really did, because how can one afford a hotel room suite like this? Y'all saw the underground suite, right? This man literally had an underwater suite. First of all, I have so many questions. Where can you find a hotel that has an underwater suite? I'm waiting, because I'm just like, it cannot be in America. There's no way. And I think the last time I looked at the location of this TikTok video that I found, I think it said Atlantis, which is located in the Bahamas, which makes total perfect sense, because even America is too poor for this. You know, there are very nice hotel rooms and resorts all over America, but I had never seen anybody with an underwater suite in their room. Can you imagine just going inside this big old fancy hotel room suite, and you got an upstairs and a downstairs, as you clearly saw, and this man was just sitting back, just chilling, eating on a charcuterie board? Uh, I'm done. I'm just like, I thought I was doing okay. I thought I was doing well with, the little Best Westerns and little Holiday Inn stays I've been doing over these past 10 or 15 years. And I even stayed at the Bellagio suite one time in Vegas back in 2020. But this is next level of rich. I'll be honest, like, it just made me realize how broke I am. It really did, because I'm like, damn, people really out here traveling the world for like really lavish hotel rooms like this, spending thousands of dollars. You know damn well that bill is probably well over $10,000, because there's no way on God's green earth that room is any less than $500. I can tell you that right now. Just from looking at all the amenities I seen in that room, I was like, oh yeah, he spent a pretty penny. He really did. He's quite the traveler, because from what I've seen on his page, he travels a lot, which means he's got that manyan, that money, that moolah, dinero, which is Spanish for money. But yeah, brother, send me some luck over here. Send me some money. Can I get some money? Can I get some yayo? Help us sister out, because I'm doing bad over here. I'm tired of the poor life. Because when you're poor, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. You know, all I can use is my imagination. All I can do is use my imagination at this time. I can't even think of the last time I had a real quote unquote vacation. To be honest, I think the very last time was Vegas, if you want to count that. And that was, like I said, back in 2020. That was over 5-6 years ago. And to be honest, even when I went to Vegas, it was okay. It wasn't cracked up was supposed to be. I guess I had the mediocre experience because, one, I was on the wrong side of the strip. I was on the old Las Vegas strip. So what people don't tell you about Vegas, there's two sides. You got the old side with all the crackheads and all the homelessness, and then you got the newer side where it's cleaner, you have police presence and more tourism. And the newer side has like Caesar's Palace, Bellagio, Venetian, all the real fancy, uppity hotels. The old side, you'll know when you're on the wrong side of the strip. Like you'll see like the Stardust, Circus. I remember when I was a kid. Oh my God. This brought back so much nostalgia and memories from vacations. So when I was a kid, I want to say I was like maybe 7 years old at the time. This is back in the 90s, way back when me and my family did a vacation trip. It was me, my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister. And we were all young. And we drove from Texas to California. And I'll never forget the time we stayed at Circus. That was one of the most miserable road trips I've ever been on. It took us like 3 or 4 days to get to California. I said, this is why I will never do long road trips. As much as I drive now, you think I'm going to drive across state lines like that? That takes days to get to? You don't have a lasting mind. I'm so lazy. If I cannot get a flight that will get me to the next city or the next destination within a couple of hours, I don't want it. Because anything more than 5-6 hours on the road, it's going to turn into a flight. Because I'm lazy. I don't like long road trips. But yeah, Circus, it's a real shithole. I ain't gonna lie. Like, even back then, it was horrible. That's like one of the oldest casino hotels that hasn't been renovated since like the 70s. It's really bad. And back then, it wasn't as terrible. It was more like one of those, family-friendly hotels where you could bring your kids and gamble at the same time. And they have like little buffet style where you get like food on the buffet downstairs. But the problem now is that it's gone downhill so bad. It's flooded with like poverty now. Like, that's the last place I would suggest anybody go to. Because even when I went to Vegas in 2020, it was still bad. I saw, I think someone had texted me. I want to say my dad had texted me and told me not to go over there because he saw on a news article that somebody had got stabbed like the minute I flew out of there the next day at that same casino where I went to as a kid. And I was like, oh my God, someone got stabbed over there? Like, it was just a lot. But yeah, it's a lot of shady places you have to really do your research on. And speaking of hotels, I had a time myself looking for my pre-cruise hotel. I don't know if y'all are aware. I think I told y'all a long time ago, but my cruise is coming up this fall. I'll be leaving in October timeframe to go over to the Bahamas as an early birthday present to me. I'm very excited. But yeah, back to the cruise hotel. So my pre-cruise hotel, oh my God, I had a long time looking for that joker. And the only reason why it took me forever to like really find a decent hotel is because one, I check reviews. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't just pick any hotel. Now I'm so bougie, I have to look at every little review from Google to booking.com to places like hotels.com and even freaking Priceline. Like, I check all that shit because I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna tell you the truth on Google and they definitely gonna tell you the truth on Priceline and Booking. But yeah, I was scrolling all day yesterday and then finally got my hotel booked this morning. Because I was just like, man, a lot of these hotels in Miami, they got bad reviews. Because that's where my port is out of. I got to fly down to freaking Miami. I finally got my ticket. Shout out to Delta. I got a last minute ticket for a really good price. I think it was like $300. It wasn't bad for a round trip. The only problem, though, is that even though I got a good price and it's nonstop, I don't have to worry about no bullshit layovers. Hallelujah. I have to fly out of DC, which means I have to get my ass up in the morning to fight traffic to get down there. But my flight isn't until the afternoon, so it's cool. It's in the evening time frame. But it's just a hassle of traveling from city to city and getting somewhere, going through TSA. But I got a little bit smarter this time. So now this time, I'm going to get what's called TSA pre-check. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but now they have options to bypass some of the security measures. It's just a quicker way of getting through TSA. That's all it is. So like TSA pre-check, you still go through security. The only difference with pre-check is that you have a separate line from the general line of all the other people, the passengers that are flying. So pre-check is like more of a priority. You get your own little line with your own little private security screening. You don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to take off your belts. You don't have to take off your hats or your coats. And they just let you go. They push you through. Now, they also have a thing called Clear Plus. So Clear is more of an upgrade, quote unquote. It's literally the same shit, to be honest. The only difference with that one is that you get your own screening. You do the same thing. It's just more of an upgraded value of TSA. I think you get like a concierge that helps you with your luggage with Clear. It's just extra shit. If you want fancier customer service and concierge services, pick Clear. But just know that it's going to cost your ass some money, because Clear, I looked at the prices online yesterday. It said like $200 annually. I said, I'm not paying $200 for this shit. I barely fly now. Why the fuck would I pay this? Versus pre-check, you only have to pay $85, a one-time fee for 5 years. It's perfect. So yeah. But yeah, I'm passport ready, baby. I already got my passport on deck. I've been having my passport though for a long time. I actually got my passport like back in the 2000s when I was in the military. And I just renewed that sucker. I want to say a year ago or 2 years ago. I had just renewed my passport. So yeah, baby, I'm passport ready. I'm ready to get flued out. Cannot wait. Ready to get flued out. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just, you really got to do a deep dive before you consider like your flights and your hotels and all the good stuff. Because I'm going to tell you, ain't nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing worse than a hotel that's run down, outdated, raggedy, elevators broken, bed bugs, roaches, all of the above, with nasty ass food at the little buffet they serve. Ugh. I thank God I've never had a horrible hotel. The only time I had a really, really bad hotel experience was when I was in Louisiana, and that was like years ago. I used to go down to Louisiana, go gamble at the casinos. Don't judge me. And every time I would stay outside of the casino hotel, it was a nightmare. I went to a Best Western. I checked out that same night because as soon as I got out of the shower, I heard something move in my room. I said, "What was that noise?" Like something fell off of the phone. So I looked over by my bed, and I saw something crawling on the wall. Big old green lizard. I screamed to high heavens, and I was like, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to check out. I told them, give me my refund back. Then they said, well, we can switch you to a different room. I said, okay, we'll try this bullshit again. Get to the other room, big ass cockroach in the middle of the wall. I said, oh, I'm done. I'm out. I said, no, give me my shit back. This whole fucking hotel needs to be bulldozed and fumigated. And I'm reporting your dumbasses to the state too. Like, I went off. I was really mad about that raggedy ass hotel. But yeah, that was like the only one I actually had a bad experience with. But outside of my other hotel stays, I've never had bed bugs. Hallelujah. I may have seen like soiled like showers at best, like they weren't as clean, and I would have to tell them like, hey, come clean, or tell them to switch the sheets. Because one thing about me, I am a germaphobe. Woo, I'm a germaphobe. I don't travel without the essentials: cleaning products, wipes. I love bringing my own personal Lysol wipes because I'm not sitting on nobody's fucking toilet seat. I don't care how many times they clean that damn room. I'm still bringing my own shit. I don't care. And on top of that, I also make sure I bring black light with me to check for stains. Because the minute I find some motherfucking stains in them sheets, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. I'm going to tell them, you're going to have to give me some new sheets, or you're going to have to switch me to a new room that's actually clean. Because sometimes housekeeping does not truly clean the rooms that you think that they're cleaning. What they do is, instead of putting on fresh sheets, they'll just flip the mattress over and just throw on the same shit. And you have to be real careful in hotel stays. That's how people get sick and catch shit. But yeah, not I. I bring Lysol spray. I bring all types of goodies with me. Febreze. I don't play with the bullshit. I just don't. I really don't. I don't play. But yeah, you just gotta really do your due diligence and really check the rooms. Make sure that they're spot on, like before you even touch anything. Like before I even set my stuff down, I Lysol the whole damn room. Like that's how much of a germaphobe I am. Ever since I watched that TikTok lady that does all that extreme cleaning in her house and in all of her hotel stays, I've been a germaphobe ever since. I said, you know what? I need to be like her. But she does it way overboard. She does like a deep dive. She have like these little mold scrubbers. She'll be scrubbing the tile inside the shower. You ain't got to do all that. All you really need to do is get some Lysol spray and make sure you spray down shit and spray down the showers and get some shower shoes and you'll be fine. That's all you really need to do. The bare necessities. And then get some wipes just to make sure you wipe down surfaces before you put your stuff down. Because one thing about me, oh man, I just don't want to bring nothing back. God forbid there is bed bugs or something in there. And this is why I always set my suitcase on the floor, because I never touch anything with my suitcase. I don't want to bring anything back. Like I said, you don't know what's in that room. You don't know how filthy the person was before you that was in that room and what they got and what they sprayed over. But yeah. Anywho, I just thought I'd share that. I know it was a little overboard, but I just brought back so many memories, good and bad. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments about this.